Hello viewers, today I'm going to show you how to use face-api.js with PHP. So you can see the various functions this has. It has face and landmark detection, face expression, recognition, face recognition, and all that. You can read all the documentation, but I'm just going to show you how to do the face recognition and detection with PHP. So you click on this face-api.js. Click on this. Once this repository is opened, click on code. Wait for it to load. Click on code and download zip. Also, you go to this repository samuel.ademoji/php face.js. So this, click on this and download it. So once that is done, you can just go to your download, copy what you downloaded. I'm just going to copy it into a folder I created within my WAMP server. So you can create a folder within your WAMP or LAMP server. I'm just going to place that here. First, I'm going to extract this. You can see a sharded folder. I'll delete this and then I will extract this also. So I'll copy out this and paste here, and then delete this, and then this I'll just rename it to package. You can leave it, but I will rename it to package. So now you can just open the old folder with VS Code. You can see that the package contains the face api.js, and the index contains the code, front-end code. So you have this here, and for this we have this also here, package here. So okay. So we try to open that. It's also local host /face index. You can see this, and then if you just go to webcam, you get this device does not have a webcam, so it won't be able to do that. But when it's time to use the webcam, I'll use another device. So I'm using a large TV screen. I have my desktop device by my right side here, so I'll use that for that part. So let's first debug. Let's ensure we're on the right side. Okay. Yes. Then we upload a photo. Let's upload a photo of this modern here. No face detected. Try another photo. You can see I got this. I got all this. Can you see that? I got all these 128 bits. If you properly arrange all your code, you will get similar results like this. You get similar results. So this is here. And now, how do we recognize this face? How are we going to recognize this? Let's assume we are uploading a face now to the database. I'm not going to create a database for you. I don't know the kind of database you're using, maybe NoSQL, maybe a relational database. I don't know the database you're using, but I'm going to use session. I believe we all know what session is. I'm going to use session to store a photo, and then you now compare the photo. That is recognition. If this photo looks like this photo, that's what I'm going to do now. And then once I store that, I will then do that again on my other desktop. I will store a photo, and then we will now compare with the live webcam video photo here from a live navigator. That's media video navigator, yeah, from a stream. I'll start by just here. I'll just here. You can see, you can read through the code. You can see package and row input, just a simple input, button, status, console log, LED descriptor. See all there. You can see all there. You can see asynchronous, promise, all this. Normally, you might encounter a problem here. So you're supposed to have a folder called model here. You're supposed to have a folder called model. You're supposed to copy out this because you might encounter a problem with that. Copy out this and just rename this to models. So you don't encounter. Copy out that package here. Copy out that width. Package width. Paste it as models, so you don't encounter, because you might encounter a problem with you might have a whole lot of bug here asking for model. So that's what you're supposed to do if you have that problem. So that's it. So now once we load all the URI, it's gonna state this all loaded, and then once we click upload, once it's changed, this button here, once this input is changed, this happens, and when we click save button, once it's changed, the file is gotten. You can see target, and then automatically, once you change that, it automatically gets that file, and then it awaits this buffer to image. You need to read the API though, but if you don't, for those minor ones, you can just use this. You don't have to stress, just copy this and put in your code. So I'm just going to write the backend for you here, so you can have this front end, put it wherever you are, but you need to understand the backend. So that's just it. I believe you understand. If you don't understand this is going to convert this and return some data just like normal other code. And the detection is also going to run this face API detection single face. You can see it buffer. This one face buffer to image, and this one detects single face with face landmark, face descriptor. You can see that. You can see this is passing another parameter. It's being sent to another should I say object of the class somewhere. So then if you get a result, it brings out that descriptor. The descriptor is what we need, and the descriptor is those 128 bits of code that's showed. So that is what we're going to use. And when you click on save, it's, I believe you know what this is. It's a fetch API. It sends that to save.php. So is this save.php we're going to be creating, and we're going to use to handle the code. So before we proceed, I want to create a session, because like I told you, I'm not writing any database. So I'm just going to create a section. I'm going to call it Start. We're going to start the session. I will include the session in this index. I like to require that in this index. Let's say PHP. I require once the session, and then also I'm going to create what? Scroll on here, create this page, copy this, and just create a new file. Paste this .php. So that is it. Now all we need to do is we also need to require that session here. If you have a session, it's not compulsory, but there's a reason why I'm requiring all that, because I need to store those pictures somewhere. Now we have to handle our face descriptor. So to handle that, first need to require that session, and then we need to create the header content. So once we have the header content, we're going to get user ID, which was passed. User ID, which was passed. You can see this user ID. You can see body. Okay, we're just gonna get tags verify face, but this is for that. For index, it should be user ID and descriptor. So don't worry, I'm going to explain all this. I believe you understand this. This is just fetch API. You can see content type. We are sending this as JSON to our PHP. So since we have that, we're going to say raw. We're going to say raw. Go to JSON, decode this. So we can just say we can just echo JSON descriptor like this. Just type this here. Echo JSON, because we want to know if this gets to the PHP and go back. Although we are going to get it in the JavaScript, and we're also going to get it in the PHP. So once the result is out, you see this. Now we're going to console log the result, but I want to console log this with PHP. No, I just want to get PHP and then comma. So we get the GS and PHP. So let's upload this photo. Let's upload the photo. Let's upload this photo. Now this is the GS. On change it, console log that. On JS, console log that. Now for PHP, you can see PHP status okay. That means this 128-bit has been sent to PHP. Are you getting it? So every face has a pixel. Every face, this part means a part of that picture. Are you getting it? This each digit you are seeing here means something about that picture. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So we have that now. We have that store. Now for that picture we uploaded, now we have that. Now if we upload, you can see this started with this. If you try to upload another photo, you see, if you try to upload this lady's photo now, you see, if you try to upload a photo, the digits are not similar. So we were going to be using this digit to calculate the difference between those two photos. So if the answer is close after the calculation, it tells you that this photo is this person, and if the answer is far, if the answer differs, if the answer does not tally or doesn't is not the should I say, if the answer is greater than what is expected of it to be, it will tell you that this person is not this. So now that we have the first photo, we're going to just handle that. So you go back to your save photo. In order to handle the save photo, we're just going to say, let's say if is set if is if it's set, because I told you I'll be using session, it says session face, existing face, if it says existing face, we continue echo, yes, no, I'm just gonna say echo face one exists, else, I believe you know what this is. Else, that means if we have face one, if you have this face one, that is the first person. You might store it in the database, you might store it in the cloud, you might store it in Firebase. I don't know what the database is, but if you have this, you can, for each table, select from this table where this is this, you get that. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm just going to show you how to calculate to get your results. So if we have the session stored, we don't have that. So for the first time, we need to store the first photo, and then we now compare with the second photo. So the first photo, if the session existing face, else we don't have an existing face, so we'll have to create an existing face. The existing face is going to be section raw descriptor. So we can just say new face enrolled. I get it. So that's it. Else, so I will try that 2 times to just show you what it is. We're not gonna echo this anymore. So we're comparing this with this madam here. See this madam here. We're gonna compare this now. And when I try to save this photo, new face, new face enrolled. If I try to upload another face, see, face one exists. Are you getting it? I'm just trying to explain better to you. If you try to upload this, see face one exists. So since we have stored the face one, if you want to be sure we have a face one, now you can just come to your index and just say require this under this, and you just say if it sets session, don't forget we required that here existing face. Auto select, we have existing face here. Print that existing face just like this. So now we have existing face. We're gonna have that existing face stored. Now let's take this to be stored data in the database. Now we have stored that with the session. So you might be using Redis, you might be using NodeDB, you might be using MySQL. Here I don't want to convince you or use anything. This is general PHP. I've stored this with the session. Now I want to upload photo. You remember I used this photo, I uploaded this photo. So now I want to compare if the other photo I'm uploading is this person. So in order to do that now, if we go back to your save face, go to your save face now. We're not gonna respond because face one already exists. We already have one person we want to validate, we want to recognize. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the new face. Since that already exists, I'm just going to say new face is equal to the raw descriptor now, and then existing face is equal to this. I'm just going to say should I say result equals to 0. We're going to be doing some mathematics. I'm going to do for loop this. I did this yes, I equal to 0, and then that's my code, so it automatically comes up. I have that in my other scripts. So plus and it increment, and then we just say we now we have to define the difference between them. So to get the difference, we create a new variable called diff, which is equals to the old one, which is the existing, like this, the old one. Now the old one minus the new one. Don't take the new one before the old one. Take the old one minus the new one, and then we declare this 0. But first, let's echo this. Echo this encode. Yes, no, JSON encode. Status. Okay, and the div. I just want to get the div. So let's save that. So now we have that. Now I'm going to upload the same photo. Then click on save photo. You can see the difference is 0. If I try to get this someone else's photo, I'll face detected. I'll use this photo. You can see we have another difference. You can see this is minus this is the difference. So that's just for that. Now we have to sum that. You do what? You minus that. So in your own case, you might have to use ABS, ABS, but you can see it works fine with mine. But in your own case, you might have to use ABS. Just know that. I'm just doing it in case you encounter a problem, because I've done this before and I had a problem. I don't know, now it doesn't. Just so we get a result, you just have to this is 0. Now we have to multiply the result. That's not all we need to do is to print the result as well. You can see the result is this. Now we have to also get the square root of that result. Yes, face sum square root. You can see that. You can see how useful the IntelliSense is. Although it's recognized and update that because I have written similar code as that on the same computer. That is why that comes up easy. So you can see if I get this other photo and try to, you can see the solution is 0.6, meaning that person is not that. You can read the API to choose your own should I say gauge. So you can see the result is 0, which means that is that picture. So you see that picture that is equal to 0 is that picture, and the ones that is not equals to 0 is not picture. Some picture of that same person might not be 0 because she might change her hairstyle, her shirt, and her lipstick, and her like emotion, like her face emotion might change. I get it. Like the looks might change. She might be sad. She might be wearing glasses, so it's not gonna be 0 later. So we're gonna do that when we're using the webcam, so you understand. So I'm just gonna say if face, you can see that it's already came up. If face sum is less than 0.3, I'm gonna use 0.3. I'll be strict. So if the person doesn't look, he will have to dress and adjust her hair. It's better than somebody else looking like you, because if somebody else looks like you, they might pass 0.4. But if it's lesser, the person will have to remove the shades. And if I even want to be more strict, if I want to be stricter, I'll just use 0.2. So I want it to be very strict. So I'll just do this. But this is okay. Okay, so I'm gonna do that with the face recognition. I'm gonna store that, but I want to show you this calculation behind. I didn't add it to the Git repository, so you have to just understand this calculation here. That you have to get the first bits and minus each of them from that 128, the first one minus that, minus that, minus that, minus that, minus that, and all the answers, multiply, and then get the square root, and then if that is greater than this, that's another person, and if that's that person. Let's say I'll just say message here, message, it's CC. So it's CC, and then else echo other, it's not CC. So that's what we're gonna do. So now we already have CC here. We already have CC stored in our Firebase, in our DB, in our no SQL database, whatever it is, I don't know. They're all PostGRE, there are a lot of databases, so we already have our stored. So I want to know if this person is this person. Now if I try to upload, what is it? It's not CC, because the answer is not about, check this out. I'm going to upload CC here. Save. It's going to tell you it's CC. That's how you do that. Now I'm going to show you how to do that with webcam. So you store a photo, and then you go with your face now with the webcam for attendance or whatever. We store a photo, or we use the webcam to store the photo and still use the webcam to validate, whichever you like. So that is this for now. So I'm going to be using my other device for that, because this does not have a webcam. Now I have moved my code to my desktop with the webcam. You can see that, but now we don't have a photo as a session. You can see this is what we did on the other end. Now I will open the other folder. So I'm just going to open this folder with the VS Code. Now we're through with the face there, so we can decide to upload picture from the other end as existing face, and then we use webcam. So let's configure the webcam now. So when you go to the webcam.php, ensure you have this as well, package.this. You have this, it all looks like this. You see this user ID, you see this model, you can see the stream, wait, navigator, media device, get user video, and the video source object be the stream. This video here, the source object be the stream. And then on get verify, if you click on button verify btn, document or results to show enough, then constant await that video, passes that video there, and then tiny face runs this, and then will give you a similar response. So we can as well do this. So here it's going to console log the descriptor. So this one has this device has a webcam, so I'm just going to open another tab, just copy this because this is index, then type in webcam.php. Okay. Okay, I have to console log to see what the error is. Okay, here it said failed to load models. You can see that failed to load all this. It has failed to load this. So you might encounter similar problems. So what you need to do is to look at that model, and you can see models. Ensure that you have models. So this model should be there. Yes, there's models. So you might encounter similar problem. So you just have to debug. So let's get let's see this now. Okay, fine. We're able to debug that. So you can see me now. Hello. So on clicking scan here, I'm clicking, let's just leave it this way because we need those. Because on clicking scan here, we should get that. We should get those 128 bits. So assuming we've uploaded a photo over there, now we compare the two. You can see it said new face enrolled. New face enrolled. Now it has created a session because I have already sent this. If you read through, I believe you know this part. If you don't know this part, just copy it, watch my video, wherever you need it, arrange it properly. But this is fetch API. It has already sent this, so you can change these tags to whatever you want. If you want to pass in multiple things, you should read about this JSON stringify and make sure the descriptor is this. Leave the descriptor. So it has already passed that, just like the first photo. So now we already have first photo. I getting it to save face that we created. Remember we created a save face, this face. You can see it's a new face enrolled. That means if I moved it from my desktop, my wide screen, to a smaller screen here, to my desktop PC here. So you see, if it's set face, it will run this comparison. If it's not set face, it will now say new face enrolled. See what they said, new face enrolled, because we're on another device. So if I now try to click this again, it is CC because it is me. Even though I do like this, you can see it is no longer me because I made it to be strict. You can see it is no longer me because I made it to be strict. You can see, but if I move my head straight, it will say it is me. So if I try to do something like this, it is not me. That's because I'm strict. So because I use 0.3, so this is going to make the person you want to recognize maybe dress up properly. If she took a photo of her with another hairstyle, she might have to park and go closer to the screen and all that, and then click on that. So that's it. So now we've done that behind, and now we're gonna do something else. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to destroy the session. I will upload a photo here, a photo that is not me. I'm going to upload another photo, and then I'll try to recognize, because I'm just the only one here. So what we're going to do is let's create a logout, or let's just refresh here. Just say here we just here we require, stick it up here, PHP require one session, and then we session destroy the session. So that means that's for logout. So we're destroying all the session now. We destroyed all the session. So any new photo is gonna be me. It's gonna be session 1. So I don't want any new photo here. So we have index and webcam now. We go to index now. And then upload a photo. I will upload a photo now. Just go to photo. I'm just gonna upload this general here. Okay, this is my photo now. Another photo of me. With different background, and don't forget I use 0.3, so it will be it has to look new face as me. Now I have to come here now. I don't have to refresh, but I want to refresh to check if that person is me. So now I have to scan the face. It's not me. Then I'll remove my glasses, because I use 0.3, but if I had used 0.4, you can read that it's not still me, even though I go closer. It's not me. You see, it will be difficult. I have to go look, and then here you can see it's me. You see, he said it's me because I moved back a bit. Can you see? He said it's me. Can you see that photo I uploaded? Now it's saying it's me. So that's what it looks like. So that 0.3 is gonna make the person move and adjust to fit in that. So that's just how. If you need more, you can just comment. So I believe you now know how to use face recognition with PHP. Alright guys, bye for now.